Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of my Sunday Topster move around thing. I have no idea what I'm going to end up calling this, but I decided that every Sunday, as a new thing, I'm going to go through my Topster, which usually remains basically the same, but just make some little minor tweaks here and there, just in general to reflect on what I listened to the previous week and just in general what's growing on me, what's going off me, stuff like that. I guess there's nothing really better to do except to get started. So I'm just going to go down the Topster and make little notes of what I should move. I still have some albums to fill in there. So if one of them crosses my mind, I'll throw it down there. But for right now, I think this is what we're working with here. So the top 10 probably won't change very much. The newest thing that I added to my top 10 was I put 4. 4 was down here. I moved it way up here because I completely forgot. But the top 10 usually doesn't really change, especially the top 3. So going down here, I think down here is where we're going to start to see the most changes. Down here. So I think Siamese Dream is good. Animals is good. American Football, I moved up. But I feel like, if anything, that's a pretty good spot for it. In the Aeroplane, I might have to move down a little bit. Atrocity Exhibition might have to go down a little bit. Mad Villainy will also probably have to go down a little bit. I don't really revisit In the Aeroplane that often. I'm going to move Punisher way up. I'm going to put it above Under Pressure, honestly. This is not an all-time list, by the way. This is just my general taste, I guess. So Punisher will definitely be going over Under Pressure. I've been listening to Punisher a lot more recently. I've also been listening to a lot of Melodrama. So Melodrama can go up a couple of spots as well. Owl City can go down a little bit. So can Mad Villainy. I feel like if I put Mad Villainy somewhere down here, I can bump up. Ooh, Kid A. I've been listening to a lot of Kid A. I think in general, just because I went and I re-listened to Kid A and A Moonshaped Pool just to see which of them I like better. I always have a constant feud between those two albums as to which one's better. And I came to the consensus that Kid A was the superior album. So it definitely deserves to be pretty high on my Topster. So probably around the 30-ish spot, I think that is. Your Ex-Military will also be going up probably somewhere around here, maybe even here. For right now, I think I'll put it right about, maybe like right here. I might move it up in a little bit as well. Saturation 2 will definitely be going way, way up. Probably, maybe next to Loveless. Monster can also go up a couple of spots. I've been listening to Monster a lot more recently too. Top 1 trap album for me personally. Souvlaki as well will definitely be going up. Plastic Beach. I really want to put Plastic Beach higher. That would mean Modern Baseball goes down, which I personally don't really mind. I don't really revisit Modern Baseball that much. I feel like Die Lit, I could maybe move a little bit higher, but I think most of what we're doing is going to be around right here. So I feel like Owl City, T-Pab, that's not bad. I could maybe put Moonshaped Pool over T-Pab and definitely Yeezus right there. Giles Corey can also go above T-Pab as well. I love Giles Corey. Been listening to it a lot more recently. Okay, Computer can go maybe under Life of Pablo. Stranger in the Alps is something I really want to put high on this Topster, but I just don't think it's gonna get there. But this Mazzy Star album is in a really interesting spot because I really like this Mazzy Star album. But I think I might have to bump it down a couple of spots. Maybe definitely under Plastic Beach. Plastic Beach can go above Crystal and Introducing, maybe even above her AT Aliens. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll put it right there. Crystal can go way down. I don't really revisit Crystal that much. I did a lot the previous week, so that's why I was really high up. Endless can also go higher. I really want to have Parachutes there as well, but I also really want to have F sharp, A sharp, Infinity. But I don't really revisit a lot of Godspeed You, Black Emperor stuff that often, so I feel like if I have to move down a couple of spots, not that big of a deal. Maybe AE could go down a little bit. I really don't revisit AE that much. Maybe like once or so a month I go back and I listen to AE. Damn. Definitely Good Kid, Mad City, I can move down a little bit, maybe under Run the Jewels 2. Stranger in the Alps can also go. Wait, I have Stranger in the Alps twice. Why is Stranger in the Alps on here twice? Just get rid of Stranger real quick, because I don't know why I had 2 on there. One thing I find interesting, or now I have to move every single album up at least a spot. Die Lit, ooh. Yeah, Die Lit can go there. I was thinking maybe either Far Side, Common Language could go there as well. But also having AT Aliens over Aquemini in this Topster is what I would prefer to have. I think as of right now, this is not bad. I'm just going to kind of do some little moving around here. Run the Jewels 2, I would like to be higher, but I don't revisit that album that often. No, I love Run the Jewels 2. I feel like I don't re-listen to it enough for it to be high enough. Dark Fantasy. I've been listening to Dark Fantasy a lot more recently. I feel like I've been disrespecting dark fantasy a little too much recently. I still have it at a very, very, very strong 9, so I think it at least deserves a higher spot on this Topster. Maybe even higher than LR, maybe higher than T-Lap. No, we'll put it under ex-military. I don't think that's a bad spot for it, because I still do think LR is better than Dark Fantasy. They're both top 3 Kanye, LR being 1, Yeezus being 2, Dark Fantasy being 3. So I think as of right now, that's about where I stand with Kanye stuff, because I try not to have too much of one artist on this Topster. Watching movies could also be on here as well, because I've been listening to watching movies a lot more recently as well. Yeah, don't know where it's gonna go, but I feel like even if it's just down here, I feel like, oh no, it definitely has to be higher than Good I Am. For sure has to be higher than Good I Am. I feel like now that I think that Good I Am could go down there, Billy can go up. I've been loving that Billy album recently. It's definitely in the conversation of being better than oh, I'm getting a call. Hello?
Come to Walmart now.
Why?
They have good records, actually.
Oh yeah, I went earlier in the week. I listened to a Dan Barrett album earlier this week. The new one that came out last year, whatever it was called, not New Moon, something Moon, whatever that album is called. It's on my last FM somewhere, I think. No Moon is what it was called. Okay, yeah, No Moon can go on here for sure. Probably. I still don't know why this Matt Maltese album was on here. I only revisit one song from that project. Don't get me wrong, it's an incredible song, but I don't revisit it enough to really have it high on this Topster. I think for right now, this is pretty okay. I'm gonna do one last little skim over here. I feel like this is the final form of my Topster for this week. Still gonna add some albums onto it. Probably after I finish my recording, I'm gonna go through my last FM, sort through, find some stuff that I want to put on here, and then for next week's edition, we can like really deep dive into this stuff. I'm gonna try and let's do a lot of new stuff next week to see what we can do, because I really want to have like a finished Topster that I like only do slight changes to at some point, so I can just chart it in Discords and stuff like that. So with that, this is the final Topster for this week. I kind of want to change the background of it because it's the St. Pablo tour right now, but I think I kind of want to do something else with it. Actually no, let's make it some, let's do, because I already made Phoebe my desktop background, so I would like to have yeah, I feel like if we could do this picture for sure, throw it in there. Yeah, there we go. That looks cool. Yeah, okay. I'm liking that. Okay. Without further ado, here's my Topster for this week. I hope you enjoyed this little thing that I'm going to start doing. If you want to start tuning into it, I would greatly appreciate that. And also let me know if I should make a music Insta. A lot of people are hopping on there, and I feel like maybe I should get in there,